Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Grinch Got a Big Old D. Hey, the ingredients you need are 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 finely chopped mint leaves, 2 ounces of vodka, half of the juice of a lime and a grapefruit, 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 jalapenos, some ginger beer to top it off, and some pomegranates for serving. So this is how you're going to make Grinch Got a Big Old D. You're going to mix the leaves and the sugar together separately, then shake up the rest of those ingredients in a cocktail shaker, pour into a cocktail glass, put a splash of the mint and honey mixture, and then pour into a glass, top it off with the ginger beer, and add the pomegranates for garnish. And that is Grinch Got a Big Old D. A.
Girl, I don't think the Grinch has a dick. I think that he's just, or maybe it pops out like a little puppy dog or something.
It has to.
Where is it?
I feel like the Grinch,
Poor turtle.
He got a piece on him.
Why do you think that? You were watching the Grinch and you were thinking about his dick?
Here it is. Here's what it is. Just like everyone thought he did not have a heart, and that little heart was so little, and it grew and grew and grew. That is what his penis does. He just needs somebody to try him.
Okay. Welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys. How are you?
I am doing good. I have had a very busy day. It was busy, but it was good. I am tired, but I'm okay with that. I had some breakthroughs today in a project that I'm working on. So that was exciting. I've been feeling like I wasn't getting anywhere with it. And today I had a breakthrough. So it was, even though I'm tired and I didn't have time to even shower after hot yoga, bro. I don't know if you understand how much you sweat after hot yoga, but it looks like you just got out of the shower. I did that at 8 o'clock this morning. I just got a shower.
What
time is it? It's 6:41 in the evening.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens sometimes.
It's a long ass time to have a must just stuck up on you.
It was just stuck.
Was it a good yoga session at least?
It was a great yoga session. So I've been trying out the different classes. At first I was only going to Ayana's class, but she was like, girl, like, I love that you're supporting me, but try the other instructors because everybody has different techniques. So I bought a membership, so I have the unlimited pass. So I've been trying the different instructors. I was in there today. I was like, oh, niggas is coming. There be men up in there. Today in my class, it was some niggas. I said, oh, hey, what y'all stretching out? Let me help.
I'm trying to get those hips open.
You're right.
Stretch out that back.
Stretch it.
Nobody want to pull a muscle.
Open those hips.
Getting old out here.
Every time they do a pose, they're like, if you have sciatica, and every time she says it, I think about you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with that shit because once it gets touched, that nerve is out of place or whatever is happening, that is a pain that I would only wish on my worst enemy. It's not unbearable, but it is so uncomfortable. It's just like shooting, stabbing pain. Ugh.
I'm glad I ain't feeling that.
Yeah.
What else? Another thing I'm working on is my character voice demo. When I tell you, Kiki, it is so much fun because basically what you do to create this demo, for characters, you take a cartoon, characters that you actually like, transcribe the show into a script, like just type up what they're saying, take it into the studio, and then you basically like act out all these different characters, and then your natural weird voice just starts. It's so much fun, bitch. I'm in there being Ariel. I'm in there being Bob's Burgers. Who am I? How are you? How was your day?
I'm doing well. My day was extremely busy. That's why I have on a hat to hopefully cast a shadow over these bags on my eyes, under my eyes. I am so fucking tired. This week has been a really busy week for me. I have a lot of different projects and different things going on. work wise, career wise, and I'm just trying to get things done. And it seems like every time I'm getting like more responsibility and more opportunities, I start having all kind of technical issues. My friend Thomas was joking because I was complaining on Twitter about my computer freezing up and being pissed about it. And he was like, I guess it's time for one of your quarterly computer purchases. And I was like, I do not buy computers quarterly, but I do buy them often because sometimes when I get fed up, I'm like, okay, I'm selling this old one and I'm getting a new one because it's time to upgrade, I guess. Anyway. So, yeah, it's just been really busy with that. I've gotten
I hate when
some
stuff
good.
like that happens.
Me too. But then
And
it's
it
like,
makes
okay.
you want to pick up the laptop and throw it.
Oh, well, no, I didn't want to throw it. I wanted to figure out what was wrong with it because I just bought this computer this year. So anyway, did that, and then one of my friends is moving, and so I went with him to look at some places, and then we went like driving around some different neighborhoods in Atlanta and Sandy Springs, and we were just looking at houses and like manifesting and talking about like some of the goals that we have and things that we want to do and how we're gonna get there. So it was nice. I love driving and looking at the houses
So do I.
and just imagining them being mine. Like I really wanted. Then we were both like, all right, this is enough driving around. It's time to go back. We got work to do because we got money to make. So that was fun. And then also, what else was I working on? Trying to get more organized. So sometimes I feel that I get really overwhelmed, and it's because I'm not using my like my physical planners. I am not or if I write down stuff, I'll write down all sorts of things. Like this is from Monday. This little wipe off board that I have, and that was all of the stuff that I was supposed to get done on Monday. But if I don't, I did it Monday. It's Thursday and I haven't updated it. Like I need to consistently use it. Monday I got everything done, but today I did it, and I just need to stay on top of that. And then I also feel like sometimes whenever more opportunities are coming and you're in that season where you feel like you're about to level up, sometimes I have noticed this about myself, and I'm working really hard to stop doing this, but sometimes I have like some self-sabotaging behavior. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. And I start procrastinating and I'm missing deadlines. I'm just not on top of stuff. And it's almost like subconsciously I'm scared. And so I've just been trying to work through that and like stop being so scared. Like these are the things that you prayed for. These are the things that you've worked so hard for so long. Now it's your time. What are you scared of? You're prepared. Stop acting like you're not prepared. Stop acting like it's going to fail before it even takes off. So just kind of working through those things and just trying to reassure myself, do the things that I'm learning in therapy and not just doing therapy and then not taking the lessons with me anywhere. Just trying to do better with stuff like that. And then getting ready for Christmas because my shopping addiction that I was telling y'all about, I got it under control pretty much this week. But now I'm like, okay, I'm going out of town for Christmas. Why did I not ship this stuff to everyone? So now I have
Why did you
boxes.
not?
I didn't want them to open it. And then
but you know how like in some places where you order, you can do like the gift wrapping.
Yeah, but if I'm not there and it gets delivered ahead of time, what's to stop them from opening it? I don't want them to open it.
Oh, you're talking about
Christmas.
niggas just gonna like unwrap it.
I don't want to wait. Yeah.
Oh, I would be so mad. Do not open the gift.
So that I don't want anybody to open it, or they could open it on mistake, whatever mistake. And then I also need to go through the gifts and figure out what do I want to keep for myself and what am I giving away, because most of the ladies in my family, we like similar things. So it's like, okay, well, what goes to who? So I just had it all shipped here. So I have to figure that out. That'll be next week's project. But yeah, that's all that's pretty much going on right now.
So I had somebody hit me up about a wish list. I have 107 items on my wish list on Fashion Nova. And I love how you can share your wish list with someone. And then what we did was he was on the other end of the phone and I sent him my wish list and we were going through it together. And he was telling me what I could keep and what he would get and what he wouldn't. It was really fun. It's a fun activity. Do it with someone.
Was this somebody you knew?
Yes, girl.
Oh, well, I didn't know if it was like some nice man just slid in your DMs and was like, "Hey, I want to."
Look, if y'all want to do that, that's fine. We can do that as well. Do a little video chat on Instagram, and I'll send you the link. We'll go through together what you would like to purchase and what you wouldn't. It's real easy. It's organized to the point.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you, girl. Good luck
You're
with
welcome.
you and all of your endeavors and projects that you have coming up. I'm proud of you, and I really love this hat.
Thank you. TC, this is his clothing thing. Yeah. So, you want one?
I do.
Extra.
And it's jean like that.
One. I have the exact same hat. He gave me two, and he was
gosh.
like, "If you want to give it to one of your friends or something, let me know." I mean, not let me know, but here you go. Yeah, so you can have it. I'll give it to you next time I see you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for our catch up. I guess we can move on to weird sex and then get into the show because we've got a live tonight. So
you said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex. This woman in Alabama thought she was going to get away with killing her husband, I guess. So she stabbed herself in her own vagina. And after so she was charged for killing her husband, but she stabbed herself in her own vagina, trying to make it seem like he did it so that she could claim self-defense for the murder. She did the shit all out of order. She stabbed herself with a fucking butcher knife. I don't know if she was on bath salts, heroin, or what the fuck, but she killed that man and her pussy's all fucked up. And I'm just like,
why?
What? She said that she shot her husband dead because he had attacked her during an argument over sexual demands. I just want to know, what was the demand? Did he tell you to suck his dick that day and you weren't in the mood?
Did he tell you to stab your pussy with a knife? And you know how you just get mad when somebody's telling you, you're like, you want me to stab it? You want me? And then she started stabbing it because what could somebody else what could somebody else do that would make you stab your pussy?
I'm looking at her picture and I'm convinced it's drugs. Like, I usually when things are strange,
woman? Asian, Hispanic,
white,
no, I wanted to
white,
the floor
and her name is Linda Doyle.
Linda.
Oh, well, she's in jail, and they will be, her court appearance is January 15th. So
dang, I'm gonna pray for her because I know she's probably still in pain. That's a sensitive area. I'd be walking funny and hurt.
That was dumb as hell.
Yeah, when a nigga just fucked me too rough. I'm struggling for maybe 14 days. So that's crazy. But her last name was Doyle. When I was in college, there was this dude. He was gorgeous. His last name is Doyle. I'm going to send you a picture of him on Instagram. He's so fine, Kiki. I had the biggest crush on him. The biggest. He's just beautiful. He always looked like he had the type of curls that
man.
He had like the natural curly hair. You remember when boys used to put the curls on their head, like the perm? He doesn't have that, but he had the hair like the boy on the box of the S curl. So fine.
All right, that's it for weird sex. So if you guys see a good weird sex article, send it to us, cocktails@atl@gmail.com, or you can DM it directly to me on Instagram.
And now for a little bit of I'm curious to know. You ready?
All right, nosy, what you want to know?
I'm nosy
because you picked the game.
Okay, Kiki. All right. I'm curious to know, what has been your least favorite episode of CockTales of all time? If you can remember, we got 217 episodes.
Yeah, there are a lot of fucking episodes. You know what episode just popped up in my mind? I can't even remember the girl's name. I think her name might be Holly or something like
and
that.
And she was thick.
And she had huge boobs, and she came in, and we were talking about like breakups and like moving on or something like that, and cheating or something. So she had this story, but when it was time to sit down and get on the mic and talk about it, she didn't want to talk about her relationship. She didn't want to talk about shit. And it was just like, well, girl,
She
what
was
are
just
you doing
doing an
here? I don't even
awkward
think we
giggle.
did video that day.
Yeah, I was like, I was so mad, and I was in bed. You know, when you the one that picked the guest, and then you feel like it's your fault. I was like, my friend talked her up a big talk. I was like, ma'am, that's that shit I
feel
don't like.
I don't like that either. And it's like, when you're recommending a guest, think about it, please. And then when you want to be a guest on anybody's show, you need to think about it. Like, first of all, try and check out the show or whatever it is first. That's for anybody on any show. And then afterwards, you need to see, like, do you think that you even want to have a conversation with these people? Are you going to be open? Like, you're not an expert, Holly, so...
And you don't
it's not like
My
we're
thing
gonna
is
talk to you about facts. We want your opinion.
Yeah. Are you good at conversing? You're gonna have a conversation on this show. When people slide in the DMs and like, I should be on y'all show, and we're like, have you listened to it? Yeah. Why? Or have you listened to it? When your follow-up is no, what the fuck? Do you
what are
know
you talking about?
This takes time. When you waste our time and this becomes a waste of an episode and we still got to put it out there, you don't waste everybody's time, bro.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So that one, it's like, there was nothing. Anytime we have an episode and there's nothing memorable that comes out of it, and it was just like blah, I hate those episodes. And I mean, sometimes I feel that way even when we don't have a guest. Like, maybe we just weren't in the best mood, or nothing was going on, and it's hard, but we have a schedule to keep, so it's like you're trying, but sometimes it's just like that.
We're bulk recording. It's like we just spoke for the last 3 days in a row, and we're like, so how does your heart feel and your wrist? Are your wrist good?
Yeah, so that was my least favorite. Okay. Next question. I'm curious to know, when is the last time you got dressed up in sexy lingerie to have sex with a man?
Oh, was it Vegas? It was Vegas. I got dressed up in sexy lingerie. Some of his friends were there, and he left to go do some stuff with them, and I stayed in the hotel room. And I got a shower. I put on the lingerie. I laid in the bed. When he came back, he was like, "Oh shit, what you doing?" I was like,
well,
watch.
Hello.
Yeah. Love that. I love it. He took it off so quickly though that it was like not really appreciated. That's why I love that Shein's their lingerie is like $6.
I still haven't bought anything from there.
Oh man, I love their lounge pieces. Okay, Kiki. If Santa was real, what 3 things would you ask him for?
One of those houses I saw yesterday.
Okay.
A Bentley. Just a coupe. I don't need a big body.
Just a coupe, Santa.
Just a coupe. And what else would I ask him for? Veneers.
Okay.
Yep, those 3 things. That's it. Nothing major.
Knew. Santa gonna be like, all right, bitch, when you was 7, bitch want a whole coupe.
I sure do. Okay. Do you have a special someone that you will be getting a Christmas gift for this year?
You know what? I do. I have a special someone. He's not my boyfriend. We just enjoy spending time together. I'm going to get him a small gift, even though he really doesn't want me to. And he won't tell me what he wants for Christmas, which is fine because what he really would want, I probably couldn't afford it. So I'm going to get him something cute and thoughtful. And I'm excited about it. I'm curious to know, do you sleep naked?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not always. Sometimes. I bought some cute pajamas, so sometimes I like to wear that. And then other times I like to sleep naked. And it doesn't matter if there's a man in the bed with me or not. Usually if there's a man, I end up naked no matter how I show up. But yeah, it just depends. I do like sleeping naked though, especially like when my body is freshly waxed and moisturized and my sheets are all clean. I love rolling around in new sheets. Okay. I'm curious to know, would you be upset if your soulmate was the last person you had sex with?
Oh, yes, I most certainly. Well, because I forgot,
Really?
I was thinking about the person who I'm buying the gift for, but then I was like, I had a little hiccup in between, and I would most certainly be upset. I am going to Jerusalem so I can feel like I am close to Jesus when I pray, and I am going to be like, what? How? Why is this my soulmate? Wasn't it Jesus walking through Jerusalem? Okay. I'm like, did I get his hometown wrong? Did I get his hood wrong?
No, I'm thinking, why is it so devastating that you
because he's just he's a nigga. You know how sometimes he's a nigga. That's why. Just the type of man your parents would be like, please don't let her love him. Please let this be a phase.
Okay. Do you have another one?
No, that's my last one, girl. We can jump into the discussion.
Okay. So that's it for the game. If y'all are curious to know something, I guess you better save it for the next Patreon live. And you can show up the next time we have one of those, because by now, I mean, you missed it. So join us on Patreon. We share more stuff on there. We take suggestions from you guys. It's patreon.com/CockTales. You might get some tea or some of the more details about things that we've talked about on the regular show that we didn't want to talk about with all the people. We just want to talk about with some people.
Well, today, we've all been quarantined up. Some people ain't dating. A lot ain't dating. Some of the pickings is slim. We are going to talk with you guys about jumping back into dating when you've been out of it for a while. You've been out of the game. What's the warm-up process like? How do you dive back in?
Is this a coaching session for me? Is that what we're doing right now?
Well, Kiki, actually, your mom hit me up and said, no, I'm playing.
Because that's something she would do. I was about to call her right now.
Your face was like, she's taking it too far. She created the outline. Could you imagine? She's like, Medina, I created this outline. Slide this in.
Yeah,
here.
sadly, I can't imagine it.
No, she didn't. Kiki's mom didn't create the episode. I just personally was thinking about sometimes diving back into dating when you've been out of it for a minute can be a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when you get older. Sometimes you're not sure what to talk about. Sometimes you're not even sure where to even begin at finding a man. What if you don't want an online date? What if you do want an online date? Like sometimes it's just difficult to dive back into dating, and it can be scary.
Yeah, it definitely can. When I was getting my makeup done, I guess that was last weekend, me and Barkia were talking, and we were talking about dates and stuff. She's like, I haven't been on a date in a while. I was like, girl, I can't tell you last time I went on a date. It was like in the first half of the year.
Wait a minute. She said that, or you said that?
I said that.
The first half of the year was the last time you went on a date?
Yes.
Wow.
Medina, I haven't been in the house. I don't know why you get so surprised.
I mean, but there's still house dates. Like you can
What is a house date?
Like maybe he sends you some food and y'all get on FaceTime and you have a little date, or he comes over and y'all have a little date on the patio.
No. Now, I have had some. I mean, I've hung out with men that I knew already, but ain't no dates been going on.
Okay,
it's just, so anyway, yeah, I haven't been on any dates in so long. I was like, yeah, honestly, whenever I go on a date again, I feel like I'm going to be awkward. I feel like I need to accept some warm-up dates, but I don't really want to do that. But then I kind of need to do that. I don't know. I need to practice. I just don't know. And she was like, yeah, I feel you, because it's like the conversation and just getting over your nerves. And I was like, I don't want to be taking shots before the date to calm down, because then I'll be drunk.
Then you're going to be drunk, or you're going to be super like kind of a different you. And then when he meets you again, he's like, who are you? And you're like, well, I was kind of drunk the last time because I was nervous. It's a nerve-wracking thing. That's why even during quarantine, I couldn't take a long period of time without dating, because if I have to start back over from scratch, like I'm already awkward when I go on first, second, third, and I'm normally normal around the fourth date.
In the early dating stage.
Yeah, in the early, I can just be weird. I have a friend who invited me to Miami for New Year's, and he's like, he called me the other day and he's like, do you want to come? And he's interested. We never like had sex or anything. And I was like, honestly, like I want to come, but I don't want it to be awkward. And he was like, why would it be awkward? I was like, because I'm awkward, and we you know, it's going to be like our first date. And like, then it's like, what if we don't have anything to talk about? And
you told him all of this?
I told him all this, and then he probably don't even want me to come no more.
But then why did you tell him this?
Because I just sometimes feel like I can be so awkward, and I like awkwardly shy, but then over talking awkward. And I just want you to know beforehand that it'll wear itself out, but that is what I'm like at first.
Like the battery gonna die down in your awkwardness.
Yes. And then I'll go back to normal. Kiki, do you prefer meeting men online or in person?
In person.
While you're doing regular daily activities, or like when you're out getting drinks with the girls?
Probably either regular activities or when I'm out by myself.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I don't mind meeting somebody if I'm out with my girlfriends. But the thing about it is sometimes if I'm out with my girlfriends and we're actually catching up, it's not like we're just sitting there like 3 bumps on a log or anything. I want to hang out with my friends, and I value that friend time. And here comes David trying to get my attention. And it's like, okay, cool. But then he wants to hang out or insert himself in the conversation. We can't talk about what we were talking about because now you're here and I want you to go, but I don't want to be rude. You were cute. You were very respectful, but like go. So sometimes it's like awkward because they might hang around too long. And judge your mother, not me, when I say this, but if you're coming over to offer me a drink and I'm with all my girlfriends and you interrupt, I want you to get around for everybody. And I was talking to my
I thought you were about to say something
this.
totally different.
What?
I thought you were about to say, I would like for you to get the drink and then leave.
Then leave. No. Get my drink, pay the tab, and leave. No, I want you to get around for everybody. So I was talking to my dad about this one day when I was in Houston visiting him. And I was like, what do you think about this? Like if you saw, because there was a woman that he saw that was attractive. He was like, I want to flirt with her, but she's like obviously out with her girlfriends and they're hanging out. Like, how many of them is it? Then he was like, well, should I just send them a bottle? Should I get them, it looks like they're drinking mimosa. Should I just get them like a picture of a mimosa? Should I just ask them what they want? I was like, you should tell the waiter and see what they want. But you definitely need to get all of them something.
Could you
don't
imagine
get one
when
person.
your girlfriend's drinking mimosas and the man sent you a picture of orange juice?
You drunk bitches, y'all need to slow down, or some bottled water. Y'all are cute, but you're looking a little tipsy. No. And he was like, well, of course, like I'm a man. I'm not gonna just send one person a drink. That's not a good look. And I was like, okay, so I want to like, why do some guys do that? He was like, they're cheap and they need to grow up. And I was like, I agree.
I agree too. Like it's just so, I would hate to be a man. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I complain about being a woman, but it's
expensive to be a man.
It's expensive to
That's
be a man.
That's why you gotta catch a girl when she by herself.
Or when she's young and doesn't know any better. Yeah. But because that whole buying you, like, because girls want you to pay for everything if you're trying to holler at them at any place. If you holler at me at the gas station, I want you to take care of my gas. If you holler at me and I'm checking out at the grocery store, tabs on you. It's on you. You still want this number? I would hate to be a man, but some men are with it. Some men enjoy. Dude, I love when they just send it. You don't even know who sent it. And you're like, and the waitress is like, somebody took care of y'all's tab. And you're like, well, I'm fine.
Right.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Those are good days. I want another one of those.
Do you think that you act differently? Does a man get a different version of you when you're with your friends and he comes up to holler at you?
No. He's gonna get the same me. I think that I'm pretty consistent because I'm probably gonna look not that interested. That's gonna be consistent until you make me interested, unless I'm drunk already. But yeah, I think that they'll get the same me. Like I'm not over the top. I don't try to be extra because I have an audience, or I'm not like more demure. I just try to be me, because the thing about it is, whether it's a date or they're just approaching me or whatever the case may be, if I present one person, I don't like when men do that. Present one person and then 3 days down the line, I'm seeing the real you. I'd rather just know from the jump. You need to know who I am, because I don't like my time wasted, and you may or may not like me. So let me just be me. I'm not going to pour my heart out and tell you all of my business, all of my hopes, dreams, fears, desires, and everything like that. But I try to be consistently who I really am. I don't want to fake the funk. I don't want to try to be too nice. And if I get too quiet, I'm not interested. And then it doesn't matter what you think, because I won't see you again.
Oh.
Do you think you're the same?
Absolutely
when you're
not.
with your friends?
Nope,
No,
I'm totally
okay.
different.
So what's the difference?
Well, first of all, I'm probably drunk if I'm with my friends.
Understood.
But so I'm way more of like the, hey, okay, way more flirty when I'm with my friends. And I would say like I'm flirty naturally, but it's going to be like 10 times more flirty. And it's almost just like I'm just two different people. If a man meets me by myself, I come off a little bit shy. I'll still have a conversation with you, and there still might be a level of flirtiness because it's in my personality. But I come off as very shy, and like I don't speak loud. And it's not like I'm faking the funk. It's just that's what ends up.
You're just trying to turn it down.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn it down a little bit. Like I meet a lot of men at the grocery store. It's really awkward. I meet a lot of men at the grocery store, and so it's just you're catching me on a different vibe. I would prefer if I was jumping back into dating though, and I haven't been dating for a while, like when we all get out of quarantine, I would prefer to be with my friends when somebody hollers and I'm about to go on that first date with a man that I meet out. Like I would prefer that I'm with my friends because I feel like you get to at least know the more hyper me. I can have a lot of energy at times. And so I would hate for someone to meet me and be like, she's shy. Like, have you ever heard somebody talk about somebody and you're like, oh, like they're just describing a person that you don't know. You're like, she is not shy and she is not quiet. But they just met him in a different setting.
Yeah, or on like an off day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a little bit different. And it's different if you holler at me on Instagram and we're DMing. It's a little bit different. Also, I think I come off a little bit rude on Instagram.
Really? Like what happens? What do men usually say to you when they slide in your DMs?
Some of them will say
the flirty. Yes.
One dude, he sent me a message today and was like, hey, babes, I need to see you. And I was like, babes? Why? Yeah. I said, why do you need to see me? And why are you calling me babes? But in real life.
Did he respond?
He didn't.
No.
Yeah. I was like, I was ready. You know, when you have time, you just feel like arguing with somebody.
Yeah.
But in real life, if I would have met somebody and he was cute, if somebody came to me like, hey, baby, I mean, where are you going? I'm trying to go with you. I might be like, I mean, well, where you want to go? I am hungry. On Instagram, I'll be feeling myself, though. When men holler at you, what are you like? Like scenario, like you're doing your thing, you're out, maybe you're
like in real life.
In real life, yeah, you're at the grocery store, you're looking cute, you're having a good day. We're not having an attitude. You have a good day. Nothing's wrong with the day. And a man comes up, you think he's attractive, and he's like, hey, I seen you. You look good. I would really love to get your phone number and take you out.
I would give it to him. Whenever I'm meeting somebody, like while I'm running errands, like grocery shopping or post office, FedEx, whatever, I keep the conversation short. I smile. I try to be nice. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here, but I'll give you my number. And I prefer to give them my number. The ball is in your court. You set the plan. You hit me up, all of that. I'm not taking your number. If they ask to me to take their number, I'll say, well, actually, I want to give you mine.
I like that.
Yeah. And so they either take it or they don't. Now, if we start having a back and forth and they say some shit like, well, I want you to have mine so that you hit me up, or so that I know, like, if I hear from you that you actually wanted to. And I'm going to say, well, actually, I'm good. But I wouldn't have given you my number. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not giving you my number if I don't want you to call, or if you call me and I didn't want you to have my number and it was one of those situations where I was feeling pressure, I'm just going to block you. It's fine. We won't be having meaningless conversations on the phone. Don't worry. But yeah, so I always want them to take my number. I want them to plan the first date and all of that. That's just what I prefer. And then, from there, like, I don't have a problem calling a man, texting a man or whatever after that initial exchange. But I do like for him to take charge at first.
So do I.
What are you like?
I am very nice. Like,
do you like to take their number? Do you like for them to take yours?
I like to do a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, listen, I really don't give my phone number out, but I'll take yours. And 90% of the time I'm saying that because I don't want to talk to you at all. But then, the other 10%, sometimes I do it just to like switch it up for them a little bit. And I am going to call you right when I get in the car.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
So when you meet somebody at Whole Foods and you take their number, you get in the car, what are you talking about while they trying to get their groceries in the house?
So if I meet that nigga at Whole Foods, I know he fine. The fine niggas be at Whole Foods in the fresh produce with their little dread buns. Ooh. So I'll get in the car, and if I decide to call them or FaceTime, I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? I know what you're doing. Like, I know you're putting your groceries away. And then I'll be like, show me your groceries. What did you get? When are you going to cook for me? Do you know how to cook?
Oh, my gosh.
That's what I was about to be doing.
How do you feel about the FaceTimes? Because
girl,
some people
the new
are
wave
so
of
weird
FaceTime.
about FaceTime. And I'm one of those people that's like, I really just want to FaceTime. I rarely use just a regular phone function.
I don't know when this new FaceTime wave started, because even when FaceTime first came out, people weren't FaceTiming this much. It was like cool to do it, but you would give somebody the heads up. Now you give somebody your number, y'all don't know each other. A nigga is just FaceTiming you. Wake up, what's up, what you look like. I think it's a very bold step, and I love it. Sometimes I don't, and sometimes I just won't pick up. But for the most part, I do like it. It's like you get to know somebody quicker.
Yeah. And like you can see, there's so much that you can hear on a phone, right? But then there's even more when you FaceTime. You can see the person. You can look at their facial expressions and all of that. It makes me feel more comfortable too. Yeah. And I also like to look at the surroundings. Does it look like your home has too much of a woman's touch?
Does it?
Is your wife out of town and now you're just on a spree trying to get all the hoes to you? Like, I don't know. I want to see. But aside from that, I like FaceTiming. I FaceTime my friends. I FaceTime my grandma. Walker FaceTimes me all the time. He blows my phone up, that little iPad. But I love it.
I love it too.
It doesn't bother me. I've had some guys ask, like, do I have to make an appointment? And I'm like, no. Now, if you call me at an odd hour,
an appointment?
Yeah, because you know how some people are like, don't just FaceTime me. You need to make an appointment, because some people want to be all done up when they're on the FaceTime. You gonna get me whatever I'm looking like in that moment.
That's another thing I like about FaceTime. At least it just takes the heavy weight off of what's he gonna think I look like without makeup. Because you're gonna see me without makeup if you FaceTime me. And I might be taking my weave out. Yeah, you're going to see a lot. Like, you just, look, that's the game.
You might, I mean, depending on how long we've been talking, you might hear me in the bathroom.
You might hear me, but you might see me in the bathroom. Like,
I'll sit the phone down at least, but you're going to hear them tinkles coming through.
Have you ever had your AirPods on and you sit your phone down and you're on the phone and you don't remember where you put your phone?
Yeah, and I'll be like, what can you see?
What
can you see? And then they'll be like, you got me on pause. I'll be like, damn, I can't find my phone. Do you do that?
Girl, all the time. My sister is like, I see the ceiling. You ain't that big in here, but normally be under some clothes or something. How do you feel when a man you give a man your number? How long do you want him to wait to hit you up? Do you care?
I don't care. Don't wait too long, nigga, because I forgot.
You ever save somebody's number? You can't remember what you saved them as, and you're like, fuck. What was his name?
I usually say, yeah. Or like some random number hit me up the other day and was like, I got your number a while ago. They got my number years ago. You know how iMessage will show like the last message? And I I didn't have the person's number saved, but I guess we had text and we never made it to a save the number point, which doesn't take long for me, which lets me know we never had no conversations. Like, once you call me, I'm going to save it, because if you call me again, I need to know whether to answer or block.
What is we doing?
Okay. And I'm just like, bruh, why are you hitting me up years later thinking that I'm going to remember you? You didn't send no picture, nothing. Now you just calling. Boy, fuck you.
What is you doing? Like, what? You know what I do? What else I don't like?
What?
I don't like when a man gets your phone number. And let's say we're in an elevator together. We're in something where you got my phone number, but we can't just walk away. We're still in this space together. So, but it was like, I gave you my number, and then it's just like this awkward, weird silence. Nigga, you can't talk? That turns me off. And now I'm like, I don't really.
As soon as you call, I'm blocking you.
As soon as you, like, I don't really block people, but I'm just not going to respond. Like, I don't like it when it's like, can you get my number? And you were really hollering at me, and now I gave you my number, and then you just stopped talking. You're like, all right. You're just like, the girl's just standing there like, okay, we're still in each other's space. Is this like hunting? Do you really want to actually?
Maybe it is.
Did you just want to? Was this a bet? Do you want to actually talk? Because you just got quiet and got on your. I'm telling you, them phones fuck y'all up. Somebody hit me up today. Like, I'm trying to meet somebody. I'm trying to meet a girl for a threesome. Get off your phone when you're out.
What?
I'm saying, like, when people be out doing this all day, when you're out, you're in the store, you're just on the phone all day, you on Instagram. Put it down for a moment and pay attention to your surroundings and look at some of the beautiful people that you are passing up that are trying to get your attention. I do it all the time. I see niggas all the time trying to get their attention. You're on your fucking phone. I'm gonna start throwing rocks at niggas' heads. Like, put your phone down. Well, I'm missing my husband because y'all niggas is on your phone. I'm really like,
you're really mad about that.
I'm really mad. I make it my business to put my phone deep in my purse.
Maybe you should just bump into him with your cart. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Can you pass me that?
Can you pass
stuff
me
on the top shelf?
Yeah.
In the grocery store, that is a good way to like get somebody's attention if they're on the phone, like a man. Excuse me. Could you please pass me that? I cannot reach it. I don't be needing that shit. Then you got to go drop it off in the chips or in the freezer section or something. But, you know, it's a good way if somebody's on the phone or they're not paying attention or whatever. And then they can reach up and grab and you can figure out, do they have a wedding ring on?
Yeah. What them teeth look like if they turn on a smile. Like, you're welcome. You're like,
well, he better have his damn mask on in the grocery store.
Oh, you're right. You are right.
You ain't going to see them teeth. You got to take a chance. Now is the best time to be asking people for their Instagram so you can see what they look like up under
that
the
mask. Because I'm telling you, those masks are getting a lot of people through. That just made
me think about something. Have you met anybody who, instead of asking for your number, they were like, what's your Instagram?
Yes. And my dumb ass I give you that before I give you my number, honestly.
I would too, but I don't like it. Like, if I was attracted to the guy and I was hoping he would ask for my number and then he just asked for my Instagram, why didn't you just ask for the number?
It definitely puts you in. Yeah, go ahead and follow me. Once buy some taste vitamins. It does put you in a different category, I will say, because then, you know, I say this all the time. When I'm dealing with someone, it is very rare that I ask them what their Instagram is. I don't look them up on Instagram. I'm not looking for nothing. And I hope they don't do the same for me. I feel like Johnny Appleseed did that with me, and that's why the nigga not talking to me no more. But I don't do it. When I'm talking to somebody, I won't even know their Instagram. I don't want to know it. I don't want to be going through because I'm gonna go through all the pictures from your first picture in 2007, whenever it came out. And I just don't want to do it. I feel like then I see sides of you that I would rather just learn when we go out. Like, sometimes Instagram just ruins conversation. You don't have nothing to talk about. You'd be like, oh yeah, what you was talking about in your story earlier. I already know the story.
That really got you mad. Did that happen recently?
It just be happening. I'll be like, we don't got nothing to talk about now. I saw what you made for dinner, the chicken with the rice. It looked good. Your mom's in town. I saw your sister too. She brought her brother. You don't like him.
Oh,
like,
you know, I don't usually watch their stories, but I do like to look at their page. I just like to poke around a little bit. I don't want to do a deep dive, but I do want to look at the pictures. I want to see what kind of stuff you post. Because if you posting lame shit, if I saw you out and you was looking good, and then I see you post lame shit like fanning money out on your lap, or all you do is drugs on Instagram, I'm good. If you are in the shade room comments, I'm good. If you are constantly talking about celebrities, business, and shit, sit your gossiping ass down. No.
You ever put something on a celebrity's in their comments and you hope don't nobody see it that knows you, but they do see it?
No.
Oh.
But I have seen you leave some comments.
I'll be like, dang.
If I comment, I don't usually leave anything embarrassing. I might just like, if I think the picture is nice or whatever it is, like some flames or something. Okay, that looks good. You looking good. And, you know, something light, nothing major.
Okay.
But I usually don't comment on people's stuff, especially if I don't know them.
Oh, good for you. Great decision making skills. Okay, so you dive into dating. Hopefully you start to succeed, you excel. I wanted to
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, right? So what's our time looking like?
We got like 10 minutes.
Okay, then I will save it.
You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's like I'm not sleeping. I don't know if it's my mattress. I don't know if it's the amount of time or what, but I have not been sleeping well. It takes me forever to fall asleep. And then I don't feel rested when I get up. And it's like I'm constantly behind. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep like operating like this.
It's crazy that you say that because I was just about to say, girl, can you see these bags under my eyes? I have not been sleeping well. Like, and I don't know. I've been trying to track my sleeping records because I'm like, did this start during coronavirus? Like when we got quarantined and we're spending a lot of time at home? Like, I don't know. But girl, I've been trying to use sleep meditations on YouTube, like people to guide me to sleep. I've never had to be guided to sleep. I'm needing sleep guidance. That's crazy. And then when I do get to sleep, I don't sleep long.
Yeah, like I have not been sleeping through the night. I will wake up and it's not to use the bathroom or anything. I'm just like waking up.
Looking at the wall.
Yeah, looking at the wall. Then I'll start watching TV. Like I've tried to set my phone to where it'll automatically go to do not disturb. So it's not lighting up throughout the night because I saw something about that. I bought new pillows. I bought a new bed. Hell, it's on the way right now. And nothing is helping. I don't know. I got to figure something out. I wish that there was something that I could use. I don't know. I don't know, but something's got to give. I'm tired. I'm tired right now.
Something's got to give, and I'm going to run out of concealer hiding these bags. And on top of that, it's like,
give me some more fillers. I only got them in my lips when I'm about to need them up under my eyes. I didn't have like deep eye bags before. They're coming, and fuck that.
And you know you're not getting enough sleep when you start Googling like, well, how much sleep do you really need? How much sleep do you need? And then when I go over a guy's house, I'm over there and I'm just knocked out. I'm just like, oh, maybe I could just sleep here. Nope. I'm waking up in the middle of the night.
Ooh, that shit ain't cute.
Oh, that's not.
And it's just like, I will fall asleep in times when I don't need to be falling asleep. We're watching a movie and I'm snoring. Like, that's rude. Yeah. I don't like it. Anyway, well, if y'all know of anything, anybody listening, help us out.
No,
because if we find something, we're going to tell y'all because we are fucking tired.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, there's this place. It's called 10 Degrees South. Oh my God, you're gonna love it. Go there with a sugar daddy, preferably, or the love of your life will do. Here's the address. 4183 Roswell Road. It's located in Buckhead. It's a South African restaurant. It looks like a lounge, but there's rhinoceros heads on the wall. Go there, try it out, tell me how you like it. Bye!
Time for the advice. Remember, if you want to email us so that you can ask a question that we might answer on the show, send it to us at askcocktails@gmail.com. Okay, so I have a very short one right here. It says, hey ladies, I'm going to get straight to the point. Long story short, do you have any advice on how to not mess up the sheets when you squirt without having to get a damn towel every time? It's a bit annoying having to clean up every damn thing afterwards and laying a towel on the wet spot.
That's the question?
Yeah. Ma'am.
I am not a scientist.
Is water wet? Huh?
I'm not a scientist. I don't know how to squirt and you don't get it on your...
Well,
She
water is wet, hun. Those fluids that you're squirting out is gonna be wet. It ain't no way. Now, some extra measures that you can take. You should invest in a waterproof mattress protector, mattress pad. Put that on so you're not damaging your actual mattress. But you're gonna need a few towels, or maybe you should stop having sex in the bed.
Or do
Save
it on the
for a
floor.
hotel.
Yeah, I was gonna say do it on the floor. Hotel.
Do it in the shower.
If you look on
somewhere
sex store
else.
websites, one night me and one of my girlfriends actually looked this up, which is funny. I don't know why, but they have like these paper bag sheets for extreme squirters. You can like lay it. It's like these trash bag looking sheets. It's gonna be loud and crunchy, but
You could get the like like when you go to the hospital and they have those pads, they look like puppy pads.
yeah.
You could lay those down, but I mean that's still similar to a towel, but you just throw it away instead of having to wash it. But girl, stop squirting. Tell him to stop hitting that spot.
I wish I could squirt. I'm jealous
Or
of you.
tell him
girl.
he needs to catch it in his mouth next time.
Ooh, that's another
For an
good
easy
one.
cleanup.
Tell him to catch it in his mouth and then come up and spit it in your mouth. Or
Okay,
not.
do you have one?
Yes, this one says, please read because a bid needs help. Hey, y'all. Ooh. Okay, so my ex-bae that I'm still hella involved with, don't judge me because I don't like that, is really struggling. We broke up in September. Then he got fired because of his racist-ass supervisor. Then some bullshit happened with the 12. So now he has these expensive court fees and tickets. Girl, you already done. I'm already like run.
I'm checked out.
My baby been going through it. I want to help him. And I've tried here and there. Helped him update his resume, sent him some job opportunities to apply to, inviting him over for dinner so he can have a healthy home-cooked meal, or sending him Uber Eats. Stuff like that. But he really needs some money. And not just a little money, like some stacks. He's hustling to get a little money here and there, but it's not enough. And I really don't want him in these hot boy streets like that. Now, I'm not balling out of control, but I'm financially responsible for the most part. Should I give him the money to help him catch up on some of these bills and pay these fuck-ass court fees and tickets? And if so, how much? Like, what would y'all's limit be? She's playing. This has to be. Is this April Fool's? I'm thinking $2,500, maybe more. Or am I supposed to just let him get it out the mud? I wouldn't hold him accountable to pay me back, because I feel like if you're giving money to somebody in need, you should be prepared to give it without expectations. And I truly do believe that sometimes people just need some help, and he doesn't really have anyone in his life to help him like that. X-Bay has had a hard life, y'all, for real, for real. I love this man. He could be my baby daddy if he quit playing annoying ass nigga. And even though this shit is messy between us, I still hate to see him struggle like this. But he is my ex for a reason, y'all. There's some fuck shit that's happened, which is why we aren't together. But that's another story for another time. What y'all think? Give him the coins or nah? Kiki, IDK what you been doing, but sis, you been too fine on the gram. And Medina, I just love when you go live on IG. By the way, this is your... sending y'all endless love. Thank y'all for all the bomb content these past few years. I legit love seeing y'all. Wink, keep shining. Okay.
Thanks. This is your what? She put her name or something?
She said this is your neighbor.
Oh.
That is funny that the building is listening. Shout out to you, neighbor. Shout out, and thank you for writing in, but we still gonna keep it real with you.
Ma'am, you did not mean to send that to us. Now, you know good and goddamn well I'm not about to tell you to take your hard-earned dollars and give it to this ex who done fucked up. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. It is unfortunate that he has had a hard life, and I understand that sometimes people need help, but he also needs help with being responsible, getting his shit back together, and he needs to make better choices. I missed the first part because I was like, jail, court fees, paying people, you got to pay it, he ain't got the money. What is he having to pay all these fees for?
What was the bad decision that he made? And I get it. We all make mistakes. It's
not your responsibility
to get him out of the mistakes that he decided to make. Now, here's what I will say, because I have an ex that I too will always support. He ain't making decisions like that. When I say I will always be there for him, it's like, if he needs some help with something towards like some career goals, I don't mind helping with that. But if you do some fuck shit and you get locked up, don't call me expecting me to get you out of jail and I'm not paying your court fees. I'm just not. But here's what I will do in a situation where it's a friend or someone. I don't really be fucking with a lot of niggas that just going to jail, but I might guide you in a way of a program that can help get you on your feet. I'm not giving you $2,500. And since you're going to be mad in the long run when you give him the money and he does some fuck shit to you. I get helping people.
Yeah. He probably got another girl. Let me tell you something about these people in jail. My mama told me this, and y'all know I love me some what's that show? Love After Lockup. Those people that come in and out of jail, not everybody, but a lot of them, they will hustle these women, whether it's an ex-girlfriend, a baby mama, a current girlfriend. They be on the internet. They got a special Instagram dedicated to the prisoners who are looking for their pen pals. It is often advised that they find women who will help take care of them, because women, you know, we can just be suckers for shit like this. That's just what it is. I don't think you need to give him the money. He needs to make better decisions. And you don't want him in these streets, and that's what he's still doing. Why would you give your money to somebody who's still doing this shit?
Right.
Because he might go back. It's just, I don't think you should do it. I think that if you have some suggestions, I'm all for, like you said, get to some programs or help him come up with some ideas of some other things to do.
And if you still want to cook him those cooked meals, I'm also fine with that. If you know the nigga ain't eating and that's really somebody you care for,
you can give him food. That's cool. But $2,500 of your hard-earned money. I mean, I don't know what your pocket's like. Maybe you just got it to blow. I don't think you do, because you would have just gave it to him if it was like $20. It's $2,500.
And you got to look at it this way also.
Chop.
If someone keeps consistently making bad decisions, you might be enabling him. He might not ever get his life together if you just keep bailing him out. So I get it. You have a good heart and I commend you for that portion. But he got to grow up and he has to learn how to make the right decisions. Make him a to-go plate, send him on his way.
Yeah, tell him Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what he wants, not you.
And send him a couple TD Jakes sermons on YouTube.
All right, so that's it for the advice today, and it is time to move on to the cocktails. Remember, if you would like to share a cocktail with us, send it to us at cocktails@atl@gmail.com, and please put cocktails in the subject line so that we can kind of separate it from everything else that we get in there.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuffin'. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe, was a hoe.
Do you have one pulled up, or do you want me to go first?
Go first.
Okay, so this one, the subject line is Amtrak Bay. Hey, podcast besties. As usual, just wanted to tell you both how much I love listening to you guys. I be in my car, at my desk, etc., cracking up. Anyway, let me tell y'all about Amtrak Bay. I never really told this story because at the time in 2011, none of my friends was as nasty as I was, so I kept it to myself, that I almost fucking forgot it happened. Anyway, I was on the train headed to my best friend's homecoming at VCU. And you know, as people are loading, you're always like, please don't sit by me. Please don't sit by me. Or please don't sit me by someone that's going to make this trip hell. To my surprise, this tall, fine ass caramel nigga with the juiciest lips sat next to me. My pussy immediately got wet. As the ride went on, we started talking and he was cool as hell. He mentioned that he was headed to go back to school in Georgia or Alabama, which made my pussy even wetter. LOL, eventually I got tired of keeping my hands to myself. I peeped my surroundings and saw everyone was either asleep or reading a book. So I started kissing him, put his coat over his lap, and slipped my hands in his pants and started caressing his dick like a motherfucking pro. He asked me if I wanted to go to the bathroom, and I told him no. Here is just fine. I kissed him some more and he came in my hands. I licked my hands to taste his cum and stuck my tongue out so he could taste it as well. He went to the bathroom and cleaned himself up, and I was giddy as fuck that I pulled that off without getting caught. Dust shoulders off. Needless to say, that was the perfect start to my weekend. I hope this wasn't too long. Sent from my iPhone. That was short and to the point. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I hope y'all Clorox wiped the stuff down though.
I bet they didn't.
See, that's why I don't like touching shit. People be pulling dicks out and sucking and getting bodily fluids that don't belong on the train.
Just imagine. That's
Jesus.
exciting, though.
That is exciting. That's one of those ones where y'all ain't never. I wonder if they still talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one says, my first time was applauded. Hey, beautiful beauties. I'm a new listener and I have been binging y'all for the past 2 weeks. And first of all I can say, can y'all not get me in trouble? Like, y'all be having me rolling.
Uh-oh.
Is that it? Did I just read the same thing? Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Y'all be having me rolling at work. And some of the things y'all have my jaw dropping. Secondly, I love y'all so much. I feel like we're already besties and y'all just don't know it. Anywho, onto my cocktail. So I was 14 and I lost my virginity to a 16-year-old. And OMG, till this day, he still don't know. Ha, 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 ha. So I met him online and I was really a horny little virgin. Like people, and I was a really horny virgin, like people I sexed in the past questioned if I really was a virgin. And turns out I'm just a sex addict. But that's for another time. So he was my first kiss, first make out, but second person, sorry, I'm like proofreading it as I read. He was my first kiss, first make out, but second person I did oral on. And this was much better. So mind you, he's light skinned black and he had the big dick rep, but sadly he couldn't work with it. So at this time I had a flip phone. Punishment, because my mom found sex on my other phone. So she bought me a fucking flip phone and I couldn't text nobody. How old are you? But once again, that's a story for another time. So on to the story. He called me after school to come over because he'll be alone. In my mind, I think we're just going to have oral. Nope. He tells me to undress myself. Like, what the fuck? Nah, you undress me. So he puts a condom on from his dad's stash. And this is where I begin to think if he's a virgin too. Anywho, I get on top of him, 8 inches go in me and I'm filled. I start moaning and tell me why. He asked if I'm okay. Nigga. So we're going at it and I guess he notices the condom slipping. The condom size wasn't the right size. So after having more sex, he changes it for the 3rd time. I'm so over it. So we finish and I'm heading down the stairs. And as I head out, there's 3 boys applauding. The balcony doors were open and they heard everything. To this day, I am so embarrassed. Love, the first of many public performances. Okay. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry that you were having condom issues. You got to be more careful. All right, you guys. Well, that's it. That's it for this week. Remember to sign up to check out our bonus content on Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales. What else? Follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm not at Coffee Bean Dean. I'm at Kiki Says So.
And
I'm so damn sleepy.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean. And until next week, guys.
Bye. Okay.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Goodbye.